Welcome to another episode of The Impact. I'm your host, Samantha, bringing you behind the scenes with raw stories in business, politics, and leadership. My guests talk to you about going from tragedy to triumph to help you succeed in your business, career, and life. I'm so excited about our show today. I am in the beautiful home of our guest in Suwanee, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, and she is a powerhouse, y'all. You're gonna love her. But before I introduce her to you, I'd like you to take a look at her newest commercial. And when we come back, you will meet the etiquette and lifestyle coach, Mrs. Sabrina Samuels.
I'm Sabrina Samuels, your etiquette, lifestyle, and strategy coach. Exciting news! I recently launched a new program that will give you the tools you need to thrive. In my new training program, you'll learn how to win in business, lifestyle, and etiquette. Learn proper skill set, mindset, and build better habits to elevate, improve, and enhance your overall well-being. So hurry and get yours today.
Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Samantha, and girl, you are doing it. Congratulations on your new show, Impact, and L3, and all the wonderful things you have going on.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this is odd because several years ago you interviewed me, and now you're in the hot seat.
Yeah, I love it. I'm in the hot
How does it feel?
Diva. Oh, I love it. Number one, you are doing something that I have done for many years, and that's in terms of helping young women. Samantha has taken it to the next level where you are helping them not only on the beauty, but to get that mind together, get in college, do some wonderful things career-wise. So I'm just excited to be here to talk with you today.
Well, I'm excited to interview you. You are my mentor, my etiquette guru, my coach, and to interview you today after being interviewed by you years ago and having you now on my show is surreal for me. And your beautiful home and just to see all the success that you had in your life has been amazing. Thank you for coming on the show. Oh, yeah. I'm excited though about all the things that you have going on and what you're going to share with the viewers today. And one of the things that I really love is how you have talked about success in your life and how that success is really based on faith and a mindset, right? And changing that mindset. Yes. So talk a little bit about that. You know, our show is about going from tragedy to triumph. Yeah. And how you've overcome things. Yeah. Talk about how that mindset change really makes a difference in being successful.
Well, you know, Samantha, it has been a challenge, but a blessing. And what I try to tell people all the time, your blessings come after you have dealt with the challenge successfully, which is so important. I've had many trials and tribulations trying to just break into the business. Of course, you know, I started out modeling, and then acting, and then I opened my own finishing school many years ago in Oakland, California, and it was very successful. We started our professional women's seminars, and I had a team of incredible women working with me back in the day, and we just made things happen for women. And there were so many successful women back then. And they're, you know, the beautiful thing is these women here, ladies and gentlemen, Samantha and so many young women, you're taking the reins and you're moving forward. You're keeping this thing going. And I still have a little relevance in me. And what I try to do is help people understand from the old school, still incorporate old school and new skills and ideas.
Yes, old school matters.
It definitely does. You know, some of my mentors were very older people, old people, like, I was her mentor. I'm a little senior. She could be my daughter, you all, okay? But, you know, I've learned so many beautiful things from them. And now that I'm older and I've gone through so many things, I have an online training program that's a better deal. That way I don't have to get out and move around as much.
Yes, and we saw that on the clip, and I'm so happy about that. Tell us a little bit more about what that entails. I know you talked about all the experiences you've had from 20 years old up until now. It's 40 years of different types of experience, right?
Yes.
And so when you have completed, when you put together that course, what does it entail? Is it all of your experience from over the years, or is it just one area you're focusing in?
Well, you know what, Samantha, what I try to do is encompass many years of experience into something that's very easy, that's quick.
Right.
Because people nowadays, they don't have time to spend hours on a computer on one subject. They want the information and they want it quickly. So I've put this information together so that people will be able to see not only can you have it all, but you have to know how to get it all.
Right.
And that is learning how to use the subconscious mind, which I talk a lot about. And it's the way I do it is so incredible because people will get it. They will say, wow, I haven't done this or I haven't done that. If I put this into my mind, I can move a little further. So we talk about that, dress for success. We talk about how to present yourself in public. We also talk about the beauty of inside and outside beauty, what to put in your body, how to keep your skin tight, how do you do different things. We talk about that. And I also have my husband.
And your skin is tight now. A face at your age. I don't know if you want to divulge your age.
I'm almost 66.
66 and looking like this.
Oh, thank you.
My goodness. Goals. So like the young people say, hashtag goals.
Well, you know what? There is a little machine that I introduced to people.
Okay, we get some secrets here.
You're going to get some secrets on how to do it. And a young woman like you will never have to change your look. When you get to my age, you'll still look the same with the secrets that I'm sharing.
Nice.
And then my husband and I talk a little bit about marriage, how we stayed together since 1982.
Wow.
That's over 38, almost 40 years. And still happy, still dating, still enjoying life, still having fun.
I can attest to that.
And still competitive. You know, he goes up to his gym and I work out on my little equipment.
I told him today he's fit. He's keeping it together.
Thank you. So we're working as a team on that. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, really. And I love that. You have this wife, this mom, this career woman lifestyle that you balance so well. And you have all the experiences that any woman would want to have of being a model and then still looking like one.
Yeah.
At 66. So tell me, I love your hair.
I cut it off.
I love it. It's easier.
Easy breezy. You know what? I'm at the age now where I have to have an easy breezy, chip it easy.
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
And still be fabulous.
That's right. And I want to talk to you some more about being fabulous.
Well, but before you do, let me pay you a compliment. Girl, you are looking fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you. I make sure I eat right and think right.
Yes.
Believe right.
Yes.
And live right. And those are the things that I know you live by.
Yes.
You not only practice what you practice what you preach.
Yes.
You actually teach those things too.
Absolutely.
And I know that some of that is in your coursework.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to getting into that and sharing that with women and girls because, you and I both share the passion of serving women and girls. Yes. Assuring that they are thriving, that they're getting to that next level, that they have what they need. Because some of us growing up did not have certain trainings, certain teachers, and it's no slight to our parents. It's just some of those things they didn't know. Exactly. So how could they teach us? And then when we grow up, we teach others what we know. So tell me a little bit more about your coursework in the sense of, you have this amazing experience. But when you talk about young women and girls and helping them succeed, tell me more about that piece.
Well, young girls and women, so many of us have had mental or physical abuse as a child.
Trauma.
A lot of trauma. I had mental abuse. I never had physical abuse, but mental abuse where I was told I was too fat, too tall, too ugly, nose too big, feet too big. Yeah. And when I went to my first prom as a junior, I had to have the guy had to stand on the box, because they were all really short because I was so tall, and people made fun of that. So I grew up actually with my shoulders this way because people made me feel like a freak by being so tall. And one day I looked and saw a beautiful beautiful black model on the runway in Europe. And it was on television. And I said, wow, that's me. That can be me. So I started holding my shoulders back. And I said, you know, this is an important thing that I need to remember as a young person. And I started really doing beautiful things, competing in beauty pageants, modeling. I felt a little insecure until I started seeing women who looked like me, tall, large feet, broad features. And I said, I can do it. So when the door would close on me, I said, another door will open.
That's right.
And another door did open. And more doors closed, but more doors open. So I tell people, don't give up. And when I was working with these young people, when I started working with the young people, the mothers loved it so much, they wanted me to teach them. And that's how I started my professional women's seminar. And some of those mothers' daughters are actually the people who work with me. And we built an incredible organization where women became empowered and started doing so many wonderful things for one another.
Yeah,
so that's what it's all about. Yeah, helping.
You gotta love the mothers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So that's it. You know, through pain, I decided to have gain. I was not going to let my pain destroy me or have me down in the dumps. If you said I couldn't do it and I knew I could, I did it. If you said I was this and I knew I wasn't, then I stayed on the high note. And that's important for people to realize.
It sure is. And you know what? You have a secret sauce. You do.
I do?
And you do. And when we come back, we're going to hear what that secret sauce is right after commercial break.
All right.
It's your time. Time to choose yourself. It's your time to heal. Transform your relationships, manage your trauma, tackle challenges with boldness and grace. Break the stigma of mental health. Inner healing is yours through the 21 Days of Healing Journal, created by women and girls sharing their healing journeys with quotes to inspire you for each day. Order yours today to get your healing.
We'll share your 1-minute motivational messages throughout the show, and they got to be impactful, so send them in to us and we'll make sure they get on the show.
I've listened to a defense attorney tell my client, you let this happen to you. I get very angry when I hear things like that. Holding people accountable for the wrongdoing, you know, that's what we do. We make our clients whole. We try to help people get their lives back together. But whenever that is caused by someone who is a predator, I'm not talking about negligence, I'm talking about somebody who just decided they wanted something and took it. They get to deal with me.
We're back with Mrs. Sabrina Samuels, etiquette and lifestyle coach, and I'm going to find out, we're all going to find out right now, what her secret sauce is. So, your secret sauce, now I know you're a cook, you cook very well, she cooks very well.
Thank you.
But I'm not asking you about the secret sauce in the recipes that you make. I want to know, what's your secret sauce to success?
I put God first in everything I do. God first. I ask our Heavenly Father for divine order at all times. No matter what you're doing, whether you're in the kitchen, in the boardroom, talking to people in the bedroom, it's divine order. That's my secret sauce for sure. For sure.
That
what can we say?
What else can go after that?
Absolutely.
Really, you have to have that faith.
You do.
And faith is everything. And whatever your faith is, you got to believe in something.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end of the day, you have to believe in yourself to do the great things that God has called you to do. So, yes, secret sauce there. Now, as we close out, I have a last question for you.
Yes.
You and I both love shoes, and we've got a lot of viewers out there, the women and the men, who love shoes. So I want to know, what is your favorite shoe? Style of shoe?
Oh, you can't ask a 66-year-old that. I want to say a house shoe.
And if you have a special brand of shoe, you can share that. But what is that shoe? Your shoe.
You know what? I love all shoes. Samantha, let me just be honest with you and transparent. I have large feet. I wear size 12. So girl, any shoe I can find that looks good is my favorite shoe. I love Stuart Weitzman. Okay. Of course, Nine West, they can run a little narrow. But I love I love shoes with a nice heel on it. I used to wear the 3 and 4 inch heel, but now I'm down to 2.5 after, you know, my knee replacement.
Right.
Yeah. So I like pointed toe shoe because the square toes hurt my big toe. So I like pointed toe shoes. And I just like classy shoes. I would give you a shoe cam, but you can't see my shoes here. But, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, Sabrina, this has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Like I said, before you interviewed me, now I'm interviewing you.
Look at that.
And how wonderful it was. I look forward to having you back on the show and talking about more of what you're doing, not only with your coursework, helping young women and girls, lifestyle and etiquette coaching, but also the work that you do in the community and throughout the nation. Thank you so much for joining the show. We appreciate you and hope to have you back.
Well, you will, and just so you'll know, I'd like to have you as a guest on my show.
I love it. Right. Yes, your show. You still have your show. Yes, and her show is amazing. So check her out on Sabrina Samuels. Actually, tell them your
YouTube, Sabrina Samuels Show. That's it. Sabrina Samuels Show. And you'll see lovely Samantha, and you'll see me, and you'll see a few other guests, but you'll get some good information that I think you'll really enjoy.
And what's the website where they can find your coursework?
SabrinaSamuels.com, and you can access the training program, which is the Beckman Method, School of Opulence. Just go to the header at the top and click on there. And the Beckman Method is the website you'll go to when you click on SabrinaSamuels.com.
Well, thank you again, Sabrina, and thank you to our viewers for joining our another show of The Impact. We look forward to seeing you next time, and as I always encourage you, rise above challenges, rise above setbacks, and rise above trauma so you can rise like the phoenix. Sincerely, Samantha. We'll see you on the next show.
Win Productions LLC is taking the coronavirus pandemic seriously, and we are following the necessary safety precautions to keep our clients and staff as safe as possible. When we arrive on site to film your video, everyone on our staff will wear a mask, and we will keep them on the entire time. Before we set up the equipment, we sanitize it down to make sure it's clean and germ-free, and we also practice social distancing. Make sure you guys contact Win Productions LLC today to hire us to film your next video. We'll do it safely.